Carpentry and antiques are my passions. Through the years, I have amassed various collections as well as useful woodworking skills. I have learned that just by keeping your eyes open while earning a living, you can learn a lot. I'm always looking for ways to do things differently and deviate from what's conventional. Join me on a journey of education and entertainment through projects and adventures. My name is Tischler, and welcome to my channel. Okay, so one of the things we have to do is, since there's a girder truss sitting here, it has to be point loaded from the truss all the way down and then through down to the foundation. And when we built these walls, we had no idea where that was gonna sit, so we couldn't do it then. So it's easy enough to just do it now. So I'll get a column built and set it in here, and that will carry the load from there all the way down to the foundation. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I got my measurements from the rim joist to where these point loads have to be. Now this is going to be a little bit difficult to do this myself, but first measurement is 127 to center, approximately. So right about there. And then the other one down here is 29 to center, approximately. Okay, so I will need to cut some blocks that will sit on top of the mud sill and transfer that weight of that column that's holding up the girder beam down to the foundation. So there's the blocking we got underneath that transfers that load down to the foundation. Okay, so we're processing the studs here, and the way that I like to do this is to batch cut the studs. So I square up all the ends, and obviously this isn't perfect, but it usually gets them, you know, within a 16th, which for framing is really close enough. So 108 and 7/8. Same on this side. And that's just way easier than doing them one at a time. There, now we have 9 studs all processed at once. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is just laying out the plates for these garage walls. And what I have to do is stagger the joints. So I'll cut this here right at 16 feet, so it splits a stud. And then rather than doing the top one, the top plate at the same spot, I put it, I don't know, 6 feet over. So I put this one at 10 feet, so it'll hit a stud. These studs are 2 feet on center. And then it's basically just flipped for the other side. This one's 16 and this one's 10. And then I'll have to put some other pieces on the other side there, wherever they splice. So I'll get these cut and get that all figured out. Also, I should mention that these garage walls are just conventional walls. They're just a 2x6 wall. Not going to be passive. But so what I'm doing now is laying them out. And what I do there is hook on the end, and then I mark 3/4 back from center so the board will land on center. And then I just go along and square those up. And so on all the way down until I cut them at the end at 32 foot 5.5. Okay, so I'll just show you quickly how this goes. It's fairly straightforward. I got the bottom ones nailed off already. Now I move to the top ones. And the reason I wait to show you the top ones is this tool here. This is a stud twister that I made. I don't know if I've showed this on here before, but basically you line it up where it needs to go and then just twist it. Because a lot of these are kind of twisted. And I came up with this idea. Well, I'm sure I didn't come up with it. I'm sure somebody else has made one of these before, but the reason for doing it was because I've shot myself through the finger before. So I came up with this. So yeah, these boards aren't too bad. Sometimes you'll get ones that are really bad that you really have to torque on this, but yeah, that's basically how framing a wall goes. Okay, so today was day 22 and we got this wall started. We just have to nail it off. All the sheets are tacked though. And did a little more work over on the garage, but I wasn't working on that, so I didn't really get to film a lot of it. I was doing more of this. But we'll be back tomorrow. I think we're gonna do some more framing and same stuff we were doing today. So this is day 23, I think, and I'm just working on getting this other garage wall framed up. This is the one with the overhead door. Just have to put these strips up on the top there and then cut the openings out with the router end. But I'll take a break from this and I gotta go work on a retaining wall, I guess you could call it, for the crawl space access. Okay, so I was so busy today, I kind of forgot to film, but we got these walls all done and wrapped. And we got this retaining wall box thing built and starting to backfill in this area. It's pretty wet still. And then we got a pile drilled, moved that post over and drilled a pile hole, and we'll have a sonotube that'll come up, I don't know, roughly 8 inches lower than the foundation, and that will carry the overhang on the corner. So that's basically what we did today. Okay, so now you get to see a bit of a different perspective with carrying these walls. Colin's driving the handler this time and I'm guiding them. So right now we're just getting the hip assembly moved over here. Okay, so I thought I had the GoPro on for when we put this up, but apparently I didn't, so Colin's just getting the remainder of the trusses slung up. I laid out the tops of the walls. Okay, so we got the majority of the garage up, basically. Just a couple more mono trusses on each end to complete the hip. But trusses are all up. It's all braced and secure. It was a fairly good day, actually. So we'll be back to sheathe the roof and do all the other stuff. So we put in a good day yesterday and got all of it sheathed and wrapped. So that's pretty much it for the framing of the garage. I'll go up on the roof and show you a little bit. So the garage is all tied into the house, and yeah, everything here went well. Trusses went up good. Can't even tell that it's an addition. So, yeah. I think I'll leave it there for episode 6. Episode 7, we'll be focusing on the interior cavity framing. That's what I know a lot of you were asking, how the electrical and plumbing and everything goes in. There's going to be an interior cavity, a 2x4 wall that will be throughout the inside of the house. So that's where all the electrical and plumbing will be ran. So stay tuned for episode 7. I'll try and get some better footage on that. I know I've been slacking lately, but thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.